water.
Where is my...
So come with me in my dance dimension. And people still dance in my name today. So let yourself go. Let the bass inside you grow. The dance dimension. The dance dimension. So let yourself go. Rockus, Lefayas. Let the bass inside you grow. You know my name. So let yourself go. Dionysus. Let the bass inside you grow. I'm the god of dance. My dance dimension.
I really hate to be the dude that fucks with us.
You think? I mean, hell.
Yeah, buddy.
Why, hello, clean boys and dirty girls.
Welcome to the Sweats.
Sweats,
The Sweats and Steve Show.
a feel-good podcast.
Seems like you guys have fun on there. It's pretty cool.
All together now.
It's easy.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
To sweat and become a clean one today.
Have a nice day.
I'm Sweats.
And I'm Steve.
I used to be an average, ordinary guy. So one day a pair of magical glasses fell from the heavens and gave me the powers and rhythms of an electronic future. Now with my glasses and my cousin Steve,
I just like to be on the internet.
we're ushering in the future electronic.
Sweats.
Steve, this is the Sweats and Steve Show.
Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, start it over. New year, new beginning. Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New Year's Eve Special 2024. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more round of applause. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. As always, I'm your co-host on the show, Sweats. In the flesh. In addition to me, we have none other than Steven or Steve. And also in attendance with us here today, we have the esteemed, the well seasoned, the veteran Woobs. I don't mean this as an insult whatsoever, Woobs, but it appears as though there's a little bit more gray in your beard at this moment right now. Is that an intentional move for style? I mean, that's the wrong thing that I was meaning to play. This was what I was meaning to play.
Wow.
The audience is
Wow.
not laughing at you. They're amazing.
Wow. That's how we're starting?
Wow. That's the new year. New year,
Wow.
new sweats.
Let's leave disrespectful sweats in 2024. Let me
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait.
But you notice it's gray only on one side.
Wait, did you wait? Did you just do your hair like within the last couple of minutes, Steve?
No.
You have like a
not.
Superman Clark Kent vibe.
Oh
going.
my God. Steven, get out of here.
How could I have done that? How could
I feel like in the break where I was playing the music, you went to the bathroom.
That's shiny.
How could
that shit's shiny?
This is a Mandela effect. This is an absolute Mandela effect.
What do you think you are, Steven?
No. That I've never seen you wear your hair like that ever.
It's new year, new Steve.
That is true.
It's not even the new year. Don't fucking start with
me.
Oh man, yeah. I gotta say, I mean, I like it, Steve. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of you at all. Like, I think it looks good. I'm sure Fiona approves. Hell, I'm even sure Lee approves of it. Honestly, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it is a Mandela effect. I just never seen you have your hair like that before, and I swear to God, I'm not making fun of you. I'm actually very impressed.
Hilarious.
We are gonna have quite
Oh
the show
yeah, that's
today.
right. Yeah.
You guys are riling
New
me up.
year, same old
Steven.
back and forth relationship that you two have. You know,
Who?
You and Steve.
Steve, are you trying to come after me?
No.
No way. I don't think so. I think it was the new year was intending it to be at this point. Steve's, he's switching hair. I think we're all switching hairstyles, honestly. There's something that you can really say about just wanting change and just like how physical change like matters. I know we're starting off the show here a little deep and philosophical, right? Steve's already getting frustrated as it is. He's trying to hold it. He's trying to hold it together as best he can. But definitely, I could say like there is power in that transformation.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions and everything like that. And obviously, a main thing about that is people will go to the gym for the first couple of months and then they'll fall off. But we have to look at the principles behind that, okay? Because most people understand that there is power in that transformation of the body. But anyway, we'll save that conversation, for the adults on the back end of the street.
I'm already annoyed.
You're ready, Steven, you're already agitated?
I'm already annoyed. Because this is exactly what my PSA is.
Okay.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get it off your chest then?
Well, I think he's wanted to bleed into it a little bit because Steve and New Year's resolutions has always been like a really touchy subject for Steve around this time of year. Okay,
we don't mix.
Yeah. But anyway,
he was trying to show us the back of his haircut.
Oh yeah, show us the back of your head, Steve.
He just did it on purpose.
I was looking at the television. New year, new Woobs.
That's right. But anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 64 of the Sweats and Steve Show.
Actually, I gotta change.
Okay. Hold on. We hope you guys. First off, we hope you guys had a good Christmas. We did not do a show that day, but nevertheless, we had to show up for New Year's. Lots to look back on as far as the show this year. We had a lot of fun. and we lots to look forward to in the future. New possibilities, new opportunities. Steve will not agree with this at all, but a chance, to go out into life and really try to grab it by the horn, so to speak, and really try to improve yourself little by little. You know what I mean, Woobs? I have to.
I know.
I have to ask you, Woobs, because Steve's he's just gonna not respond to me. He's just gonna be like, "Man, fuck this."
He's waiting on me to say something, and he said it earlier that he was going to tear me up earlier.
He did say he was gonna tear you up.
He said, "Pause, pause." All right. He did say that. Though. Go on. What were you saying, Sweats?
But anyway, yeah, lots to look forward to with the new year. And we're gonna take this episode to.
What is there to look forward to in 2025?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Just a world of possibilities. You know what I mean?
Aside from your own personal, aside from your own personal like goals, what is there to look forward to in 2025 that you can't find in any other year?
Well, I think it's less so about that, because you're right. You do make a good point. The change that you want now, granted, some change takes time, and I think time is a very key factor in the whole resolutions thing. But yeah, you're right. If you really want to make change and it doesn't take a relatively considerable amount of time, a huge amount of time, you could do that today. But I think it's more of like a symbolic thing. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it, dude. I don't know how to describe it. It's a symbolic movement of time. You know what I mean? On a significant level that's easy to comprehend, because you can hear 10 years, but it's like you can understand how long it is. It's 10 years long, but to actually feel it and to understand it is a little less palpable than a year, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's my sort of like rationale with it anyway. Of course, I mean, I know you probably feel differently, but that's just how I think. What do you think about that, Woobs?
I think that, if you want to make like strides for yourself personally, yeah, it may take a little bit of time. But then you got those people that don't see change in a week. They get discouraged, and that's where you have to go with the mindset like, hey, I'm working on something right now, and it's not necessarily like Steve said, what are you looking for in 2025? What's different from the past year? But what you're doing is you're trying to put yourself in a situation that's going to better yourself, or your family, and that all comes with maturing. Like it's not going to happen in the first week of 2025. It may take you the first 3 months of 2025, but you're going to get there. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. Do you generally like this time of year around New Year's, Woobs? Like, or is it just kind of like in between the road, like in the middle of the road type thing?
I like it. It doesn't bring me down. It's a time for to be joyous. It's it's the next year. Obviously, you wish that people, there were some people that were, still around, to enjoy it with you. But as life moves on, time moves on. Things pass.
Yeah.
Do
you find yourself being more being more introspective, like looking within yourself, like around this time of year? Was that? I mean, it's probably like a constant thing, kind of. But
yeah, when you're always wanting to work on yourself, you're if you're really serious about working on yourself, you're always thinking about it. It's always in retrospect,
right?
You're not always, January's coming around, I'm gonna start thinking about stuff from you want to change. Like Steve, like you were just talking about like people make New Year's resolutions. They want to go to the gym. Well, guess what? I started going to the gym like last week again.
Yeah.
So today is the day I missed. So,
all right.
Yeah, I just didn't want to wait. I need to get back on my health, and that's it. I want to just get there. You know what I mean? And I know it's not going to take. I know, like in 30 days, I'm not going to lose like 25 pounds. It may happen for some people, but it isn't going to happen for me, right? So I gotta, know my limits, know my boundaries, and I gotta know that, hey, as long as I'm going, I'll be okay.
Okay, we're gonna get into your workout routine later on to the show. I actually want to know this. Okay, Steve, what's going on? How are you feeling, dude?
I just, it's a frustrating,
that haircut looks so good on you, Steve.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I'm just saying, yeah. I'm expecting you to just rip off your shirt with a Superman costume on and fly away. Honestly, like, it's badass.
Be honest. Is that a new hairstyle? Be honest.
No, this is the hairstyle I go to work with every day.
No.
Hold on, wait, look. Hold on. I'm gonna share something. Maybe it's gonna be copywritten, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna share something. Can you?
Okay, Forrest and Lieutenant. Oh, I just don't
get a wax figure of myself.
Wait, pause it.
Cool.
Go!
We're at approximately 45th Street in New York.
Okay,
just turn down the volume lower, and then let's kind of like instead of giving this the full screen, one thing that might help is to like kind of organize it a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the exact moment I got pissed off with New Year's, and it's in this movie right here. I put it at 1.5, and I put it at.
Try skipping more to like the moment that you want.
Okay, Lieutenant Dan. I love Lieutenant Dan. I feel so bad for him. He's the only. Okay, look.
My name is Boris Gump. Answers to Cunning Carla, and long live the North.
Where you been, baby cakes, huh? Haven't seen you around lately. You know you should have been here for Christmas because Tommy brought around the house and gave everybody a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, well, I had to. Company.
Hey, we was just there. That's a Times Square. Don't you just love New Year's? You can start all over. Everybody gets a second chance.
It's funny, but in the middle of all that fun, I began to think about Jenny.
Okay, that moment right there.
Yeah, that's actually a really kind of somber, melancholy.
That moment right there destroyed me. For New Year's.
What age did you see this and it destroyed you?
I'll tell you the exact thing.
Okay, we're digging deep into Steve's trauma right now. Okay, we need to really understand. We've actually never covered. You've never mentioned this. I don't think ever.
Okay, so this came out in 94. Okay, so I was born in 86. So I was like 8. Let's say that I watched it at like 9
Oh
or
God,
10,
that makes me so sad. A 9-year-old Steve's dreams getting crushed.
No, because it's the way the lady said it. She said it, and what's funny is like I can pinpoint this exact moment, right? I went directly to the source, so you understand where I'm coming from. The way she said it, and everyone gets a second chance. I don't need no fucking second chance, okay? So it put me to be a little bit defensive. I don't understand why she like. I understand. I get it. But like that moment has always been embedded in me, and it was just like, why do you need a second chance? You know what I mean? Like second chance for what?
You were thinking about this on that deep of a level at 9 years old? Damn.
Yes, I was.
That's rough. You know what I was thinking of when I was 9-year-old?
What?
I'm playing fucking video games or something, dude. That's crazy. Damn, I feel so sad. This is not the way to start off the new year.
You know what, Steven? You need to let go.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that scene destroyed me. That scene, Forrest Gump destroyed me.
Okay, but
so what did you do when you seen that scene? Did you turn it off? Or you kept watching?
I remember questioning it, and I was just like, why did she say that? What? And I remember my dad being like, "Can you just watch the fucking movie?" I remember being like, "Why did she say that? Why does she need a second chance? Why does she have to wait till New Year's?" Like, and I remember thinking, like, does the slate just become clean, or like, what happens? Why would she say that? And my dad was just like, just watch the fucking movie. You know,
a wise man indeed. Oh man. Okay. So there's definitely there's definitely layers to unpack here, you know.
Can I just do my PSA? I know there's no one here, but we can probably clip it, and because like I'm already annoyed, and like so much has been said that I just got to get it off my chest.
All right. Let's give you the full screen. All right. All right.
All right, listen. This is my New Year's Eve public service announcement for 2024. I've had this conversation with a friend. I've had this conversation with my wife. It was funny to both of them, but it was serious to me. I don't recall everything that I said, so I had to write down most of what I said down. And now I'd like to share this with whoever will watch it, okay? Look, we aren't even into the new year, and I'm already seeing all this nonsense all over social media about goals and resolutions. And I think we all need to take a big step back and analyze our behaviors, okay? As people look forward, they tend to forget to look back on this exact spot that they were last year, okay? And I want to remind someone of a few important things, and I broke it down into 3 main points. The first point is don't make promises you can't keep, and we'll dive into that later, right? You don't have to wait to the new year to make a change, okay? And again, we'll dive into that later. And the last one is, and this is the one that I hope you really, really understand, you are the problem. Okay. And one thing I want to say is stop. Let me get through this. Okay. As you set your resolutions to start the year, whether it's wearing red underwear, eating 12 grapes, or eating black-eyed peas, unless that won't change your luck, unless your habits change. You're not unlucky. You just don't have good habits. That's the truth of the matter. And let's not all forget that we are creatures of habit. And and something I'd like to point out to everyone, if you feel the need to start a resolution, you probably don't have good habits. That's a good shower thought right there. So let's take this into consideration. Let me give you an example. Let's dive deep into a specific resolution, a very popular one that people have around this time of the year. And that is, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 15 pounds. Well, guess what? You gained 7 pounds in 2024. And now this year, due to body inflation, now you need to lose 22 pounds, right? Because last year you said, I want to lose 15. You gained 7 this year. And then you're going to aim to lose 15 pounds again this year. What about the 7 you put on in 2024? Aren't you accounting for that? And that's where I'm saying, right? We're all creatures of habit. And while we're on the topic of habit, unless you go from a circular type of motion with your habits and go to a linear motion, then you're just doomed. Hang it up. And most people, I just want to say, and from what I see, are stuck on repeat, doing the same old thing with no progress or minimal progress. And they say, well, I've worked out 5 days in a row, so I can afford to eat Wingstop. Bullshit. No, you can't. I'm speaking from experience on that one, right? So listen, I know nobody's really watching it. I get it. One thing I want to say is, some people are feeling a certain way about what I'm saying. And I'm saying this not to criticize and downgrade you. That's not what I'm saying. But I highly recommend you consider what I'm saying and you heed my advice for change. Because here's the reality, and my dear friend Woobs has this in his headline, new year, new me. No, it's the new year and same you plus 1. Okay? So my advice to you for 2025 and for your life in general, take an extra walk instead of having an extra bite if you want to be healthier. Ask a better question instead of making another statement if you want to have better relationships. Invest that extra dollar instead of buying some nonsense. And last but not least, and most importantly, subscribe to Sweats for more conversation like this. Hold on, two more things. Remember, The new year is changing. You are not. Okay? Best of luck in 2025.
All right, there you go. There you go. That's the nugget. Yeah, there you go.
Wow, Stephen, you had me at hello. God, hey, you better clip that. That's the one. That's gonna go viral right there. That whole speech right there. I mean,
I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
I mean, that was 100% right there, Stephen. I mean, that really was. Wow. It took you the whole year to think about that too.
It didn't. It took me calling my friend. Listen, I was watching Wedding Crashers earlier, and my friend Johnny, shout out to Johnny and his fiancee Megan.
Shout out.
Where I'm going to their wedding next year.
Who's got the bird in the background?
So, yeah, what is that? What is going on?
Oh, you can hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I can't hear him.
Really? Yeah. Do you think you can move somewhere else? Is that an actual live bird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So listen. So I'm watching Wedding Crashers, and I call my friend John, and I'm like, "Hey, I have this gripe with people and resolutions," and I went off on this tangent, and he's laughing at what I'm saying. I'm like, "I'm going to do this on the show." So then I run it by Fiona, my wife, and I just kind of say like, "Hey, do you think this is an okay thing to say to people that I don't think are going to watch it, but it has my face on it?" And she says, "Yeah, that's great." So then I decided, okay, well, let me write it down, and I forgot about it, and I ended up watching another movie. And then I had to write it down when I was in the back room with sweats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's probably the closest thing we've gotten to shower thoughts in a minute. And it seems as though you really kind of put your heart into it, you know.
Because I'm angry with people like, I'm going to do this year. No, you're not. You're not going to do that. You said the same thing last year or the year before or the year before. And guess what happened? Nothing. You didn't do it. Right? And it's just like, as a person who has high accountability for himself, right? As a person who holds himself to a high regard and a high standard, not that it makes me better than anyone, not that it has anything to do with my opinion of myself or yours. Because I'm going to tell you something. I hate myself just as much as everyone else hates me, if not worse. Okay. And this isn't in like a weird psychological way. Okay. This is in a way where it's just, people have made me to believe that I am the problem throughout my entire life. So therefore, I'm okay looking at strangers and telling them, no, you're the problem, right? When I can clearly diagnose it, it's not me, it's you, right? So I guess for me, it's just like, I just get tired, like all over. It's just like 2024 is ending. Do you have your goals for 2025? No, I don't, because I didn't set any. Because my goals are, and I'm going to get personal here for a second, right? In my professional life, I have goals that I want to do. Don't mishear me on that. In my personal life, I want to win 3 championships with my son and hoist 3 trophies over our heads and beat our chests and say, look what we did. And then have a moment to look back at my son and say, remember when we won all those championships, and have all these trophies all over. That's a very normal thing, but I don't need to wait until like, oh, guess what I'm going to do in 2025. No, I'm going to do it when the fuck I'm on the field. Okay. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, there is that, but another thing to look forward to with the new year is that you get to contribute more to your Roth IRA. If you maxed it out this year.
Okay. Okay, but here's the thing, right? As a 38-year-old man about to be 39, does that need to be a resolution, or is that an expectation, right? Expectations versus resolutions is my problem with resolutions.
Oh, okay. So basically you're just saying like you just want people to be realistic and be real and honest with themselves, basically is what you're saying.
Don't be so laissez-faire with your life. That's all I got to tell you.
I didn't hear. Laissez-faire, eh? Hey. This year, Steve is gonna learn more words from the dictionary to use, because there've been times, there's been a handful of times where I use a word that you don't know what it means, and then you just like, okay, I gotta go look this up. So in actuality, this year you might be doing that to me. Even though I have heard laissez-faire before, and I have an idea of what it means. Woobs, any
Fair for a long time.
wait, say that again.
I've been living laissez-faire for a long time.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cass. Welcome. He says the Sweats and Woobs show.
Ooh. Now that's for the 2025.
No, Cass might have disagreements with you. Maybe that's why he put that, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
I sent you the link, buddy, in case you want to join us on the panel. But yeah, I definitely want to come back to, because you said that we were gonna break down your points one by one. I definitely want to do that. But before we do that, we also have to talk. We have to look back on our year for the show. And we also want to go through and look at some of the odd New Year's Day superstitions. I googled some. Steve had brought it up before the show began, and some interesting stuff there. Cass says leave Steve in 2024.
It's not physically possible. It is not physically possible to leave me in 2024. Time waits for no man, Kaz, and your ignorance precedes your reputation yet again.
Damn. Strong words. Oh shit! Wait. Shower thoughts? Did you just say shower thoughts?
Yeah,
Oh
I did.
shit!
Do you guys?
Isn't it ironic? Hold on, listen. Don't interrupt the shower thoughts. We've been over this. Isn't it ironic that something horrible can be horrifying, but something terrible can't be terrifying?
Damn.
Can't be terrific. Something terrifying can't be terrific.
I mean, it kind of made sense when you first said it, but you should have just stuck with it. Never admit fault.
You fooled me there.
Again, high accountability. I don't want to say the wrong thing and be like, ooh, No. If I do something wrong, I've had to apologize my whole life.
Well, in 2025, you're not going to apologize ever again. Damn it.
I probably will have to apologize. That's the reality
You're
of
gonna
life.
have to apologize for the people in Mariano's that don't give you and honor the deal.
Oh, I saw that lady the other day. I went there the other day and she looked and she smiled at me and I thought to myself, I remember you. And she says, "Have a good day, sir." And I just walked right past her. No.
Real quick before we look back,
remember this face.
She'll never be able to forget it, especially when she sees how dashing you look with that haircut.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. And I'm trying to get a beard like you this year, Steve. I really am. That's a resolution of mine. I'm taking minoxidil already, but I'm gonna start. I got prescribed finasteride, which is supposed to help with the hair growth and stuff.
I don't understand why you need stuff for your
chemical
hair.
Just because it's like everyone's sort of different, but like with it's not like they're crazy chemicals, guys. It's like it's like minoxidil is like pretty much like has been around for a minute, and it's to the point where you could buy it just off of Amazon. Cool, whatever.
Is this doctor prescribed?
Minoxidil can be, but doesn't have to be. You could just get like regular, like generic, the liquid, and I put it on my beard. I put it on my beard here. The finasteride is oral, so I just like take a pill every day, and it's a DHT blocker, which means like it's supposed to, I don't know the science behind it, but I know it's supposed to be paired with minoxidil so that your hair can grow.
What if you get the hair in the wrong spot?
That's not real, Steve.
So
I'm saying, what
have you seen results?
I'll go mild.
What is the wrong spot for your hair, though? I mean,
I'll go mild. I want facial hair, extra arm hair, or chest hair. I'll go mild. I'll go easy on you. Fill in the blanks where I'm going with it.
Oh, okay. Listen, man, here's the thing. Hair is
Fuck,
hair
I
to
took
me.
all this monoxide, and instead of facial hair, I got on extra armpit hair.
Well, the thing is, like, the minoxidil is like applied. I mean, I guess I don't know if they have a applied finasteride, but I know minoxidil is like I literally just like it's in a little baster, You suck it up, and then you just put some on your hand, you mix it together, on your hair like that, like shaving cream or something. Like, look, I'm gonna join the club with you guys, man. Like, I'm gonna join the club with you and the Woobs. Like, this is a very big deal for me, you know?
You have the goatee. The goatee's your move.
Yeah, but it's not all that I want, you know what I mean? I want this filled in. I need it all filled in, okay? I'm approaching 30. I have to look at Steve, if to get the benefits out of it, you understand? A man of your as your stature could understand that. I mean, look at you. Look at you, how you upkeep your physical appearance, your beard is in check, your hair is in check. What I'm basically trying to say, Steve, is I just want to be like you.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Hey, man. New year, new me. That's all.
It's not new. If that's your goal, that's not new year, new you. That's new year, be like Steve, which I don't recommend.
Hey, listen. Wait a minute. Hold on. I had to address something too. Before we started the show, you put Steve 25 is greater than 24. And now you switch it to Steve 24 equals 25. What's going on with that?
Yeah, because I realized, like, at first I said 25 is greater than 24 because numerically it is, right? Right?
I don't know.
That's the only reason why you make it higher. But then as I started to go into my thinking about my PSA, I thought to myself, like, well, I'm kind of telling everyone that there is no difference. There's just a calendar change, and the calendar has to end, right? Like, it has to change. That's the way our society works, right?
It might have been a Freudian slip on your part, though.
Yeah, no, but I realized that I was like, well, it kind of doesn't go with what I'm saying, so therefore I should change it, because who are we without our integrity?
That's true. That's very true. You know what? I mean, you know what a Freudian slip is, right?
Yeah, but I don't think what I said was a Freudian slip.
Like, Freudian slips are probably like probably one of the most embarrassing things that you could do, just because you just don't know what you said. Like, if you're trying to make a point, like, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about, like, in general. Like, you're trying to work so hard to make a point, but then you go and say something and deliver the point. That's like contrary.
Yeah. So by definition, Freudian slip is also known as paraphraxis, and is an unintentional error in speech, memory, or action that is thought to be caused by unconscious desires or feelings. So that's like me saying, I don't know, what's something I could say? I don't have a good example, but I think we know.
Like you saying something that believe it's true, but it's because you want it.
Yeah,
but you're really wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the SOS podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. That was just a random thought that I had, but yeah, definitely getting a lot deeper here than I expected here on Tuesday night. All right. But anyway,
Monday.
Wait, it's Monday, dude.
Yeah, it's Monday.
My sense of time is all messed up.
No idea what day it is. Apparently tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know why. Just like time in general, the past 2 weeks, it's just been like so like butter, melted butter flowing through my hands. There's no way that I could like capture it. There's no way I could hold on to it. It's just been like very liquid. That makes sense. But anyway, yes. Let's go over some of our highlights of this year. All right. But a lot of them, okay. Let's start with Woobs. 50-50 because Woobs this year, I'd say he's like been on the show like almost every podcast and has been a very integral part to this podcast as well. Let's give a shout out to Woobs. All right. Let's show him some love. There you go. Drop a W down in the chat for Woobs if you could, if you're watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see here. So let's go back. I'm gonna pull up my screen here. Let's see. Here we go. So let's see. Well, we started off this year by doing, I think probably our only interview this year was with the famous, the infamous Dan O'Connor, the Great Lake Jumper, and man, that was a fun episode. Let me see here. I think did I put some of the best bits here? Yes. Okay. Let me pull this up here. As you can see here, some of the episodes didn't manage to stay onto YouTube for long enough. Which is like I still have to upload a shit ton of the episodes to Rumble, so that'll also be another project for me in 2025. I think I'm sharing the link. Replace screen sharing. Here we go. All right. Well, here we go. Let's take a look at their interview here. Right. The Great Lake Jumper. Can you do that for us?
Yeah, sure. In the summer, June of 2020, I was extremely hungover. I tried to drain my friend's bourbon collection the night before, and it was a terrible time. It was politics and the pandemic and protests were happening, and just there wasn't a lot of positive things happening. And I was not having a good day around the house, and my wife told me to get on a bike and go jump in the lake. And she's always got good ideas, so I did that. I went down there and just looked at downtown, rode my bike to Montrose, and it was just an amazing, kind of rediscovery. It was the middle of June, so it wasn't like it was really cold or anything, and it just became part of my daily routine, going down to the lake and just finding some peace and some calm and blocking everything else out, all the negative vibes that were happening during the pandemic. And so, yeah, that's how I started doing it. And then next thing I knew, it was, 7 weeks later, it was, 50 days. And then, I think after about 50 days, I figured out how to shoot a video. So it was a shoe cam for a long time, or there was no video for like the first 50 days because I was riding my bike down and playing tunes on my iPhone, and I would just, the soundtrack was, my iTunes or, whatever Spotify playlists. And then, it started to get colder, and my friend tipped off Block Club, and Block Club came out and covered the story, and that kind of kicked it off. So that was November of 2020, and I'd been jumping in 150 days in a row.
Shout out to Dan. Shout out to him, the Great Lake Jumper. All right. What did you guys think about this interview? Well, Woobs wasn't there, but Steve, what did you think about this interview?
I thought he was very interesting, very cool little story, different than what we typically do.
Right.
We typically do like silly things, and he had a pretty serious edge to him, so that was nice.
Yeah. Woobs, did you ever watch this interview? And if you did, what was your thoughts on this one? Did you think it was good?
I did not watch this.
Okay.
But I did think it was interesting, though. I mean, is he still doing it to the day?
Dude, he's still going. He's still going to this day. I see his videos like all the time.
You talk about like dedication, right there.
Dude,
That's
dedication for real.
Like you talk about someone disciplined. Like, what does he have to work on in 2025? Come on,
That's true.
That's amazing. I mean, where does he live? That's what I was thinking. Does he live close to Montrose, or like where's he coming from to Montrose?
He's got to because I think he rides his bike over there from.
Yeah, he said he lives in Lincoln Square, which wasn't far. From
Okay,
yeah.
You don't have to say, "Oh yeah," before I'm done talking.
Excuse you?
Excuse me. You cut me off.
No. There'll be none of that here. I mean, you're gonna tell me what the problem is. Like, I wasn't brushing you off, Steven. I was like, yeah.
Yes, you were.
Oh wow.
Yes,
he lives in Lincoln Square in Montrose.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Right before
I know what you're talking about.
I have 3 words to go.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
3 words. Let me finish, and then say, "Oh yeah, that."
Go ahead. I know you don't like to be, interrupted. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Give him the full screen. Let him finish.
I had nothing else to say. You cut me off.
You know what? I can't wait for that clock to hit midnight, right? 2025, right? So he could start working on himself.
No, dang, wouldn't that be crazy? Hey, listen.
Well, anyway, Steven, I wasn't brushing you off, but I was like agreeing with you. Wow, he lives in Lincoln Square. Yeah. And he drives a Montrose. Yeah, that isn't that far.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but anyway, that was the interview with the Great Lake Jumper. It was really fun, and yeah, he's still doing it to this day.
He's gonna text me right now. I don't like when you talk to me like that. Don't do that.
What? Hey.
Yeah, he was.
Steven, I never text you. You've said worse to me. Sweats, you know damn well he said worse to me before.
Here, I have a resolution for you, Woobs. Here's my resolution for you. Every time you say my name, you don't need to say my name. Okay? Every time he talks to me. Steven.
We could be standing right next to each other. The only 2 people in the room. Steven.
There's nothing going on. Chill. You don't need to say my name. Okay? Steven, what? I'm right here. I'm right here.
Hey, it's a nice name, okay? You know
what, Sweats? When I'm not around to say it, he'll miss it.
Oh man. Dang, son.
Now we're gonna talk about you dying. That's so.
That didn't mean anything about that.
What does that have to do? What wouldn't that have to do with anything? What does that come from? I'm not gonna. I know absolutely.
Well, at the very least, that he'll have these podcasts to listen to if he wants to hear you say his name again.
I hope you remember this episode, Steven.
Dang. We hope everyone remembers every episode out there. Okay. All right, let's make that clear. All right. But yeah, what I was saying was, he's still going strong. Like even now and next week, I don't know if you guys know, but we have apparently a polar vortex that's coming to hit the the United States in general. But I mean, obviously, it's coming up.
Where did you hear that from?
I just saw it.
Yeah.
Really?
It's negative 35. Yeah,
it's coming.
See again. Did you, Steven?
But he's just doing it to make you laugh at this point.
Oh, when is it supposed to be here? Next week? Next
week. Yeah.
Guess where I'll be?
In bed.
No, Texas.
What? What are you doing in Texas? I mean, if you don't mind us asking.
I got a work thing in Texas, but I'll be in Texas.
Oh, okay. Hey, here's a real good question. This is totally unrelated, but I'm asking for Vince in the chat. Actually, you work for Frito-Lay, right?
Oh, we don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, okay. Have you noticed in passing that Fritos aren't around as much anymore? Like, do you have any like
Like the
hunches?
availability, like there's
Do you have any hunches as to why they made like apparently that they only are around in gas stations? You wouldn't you wouldn't have a hunch, would you?
There's shortages.
There's shortages.
Yeah, I would say that there's shortages.
It's hard to get corn.
It's hard to get corn.
Yeah,
I would think
there's shortages. I don't know if you guys there was for a while there. From what I heard, what I've noticed for a while there, that even like
what do you mean? No. What you've researched.
Yeah, what
I've researched. There's been shortages on like the red dust. You know, the flaming hot dust.
Really?
You know,
the dust that goes on hot chips that are very popular.
Like the spices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But nothing specifically about Fritos, but it just comes down to corn, basically.
You can never confirm or deny that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a hunch, suspicions.
Okay, fine. You know what? Don't worry. I'll take care of it, Woobs. Woobs works for
the gingerbread. No. The baker who lives on Drury Lane.
Woobs. Okay, listen. Okay, so now there's this big thing, right? Woobs works for the commodities exchange that sells pork bellies and corn, and that's
the beef jerky.
Yeah, like that's what it is. It's not a big deal. He didn't give out any secrets. It's okay. He's a market analyst in the commodity space at the Chicago Board of Trade.
Yeah,
it's whatever. He'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork.
Fine.
There's a lot of fucking paperwork involved.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a lot of stuff.
But they have good benefits, Nexies might be moving on to working for Santa Claus up at the North Pole. You know what I'm saying? At this rate, shit. This is a tough economy, right, Steve?
I've even been thinking about getting a second job. Let's be real.
Oh shit, man. But anyway, he's still going strong. And God, I wonder how he's gonna deal with the sub-freezing temp. Well, if it's freezing, the lake never freeze over because it's salt water, right?
Lake Michigan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. It's not salt water. That's not salt water.
Can you fact check that?
Yeah, can we get a fact check on that, please? I don't know how he's gonna handle that. We were supposed to go see him this year, but it ultimately didn't work out as we wanted it to. Maybe next year, if he does another get together, it'd be cool to go see him and have our city days, and make a video out of that.
I'll tell you what. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what I want to do for my resolution.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
This is a show resolution, not a personal resolution. So there's a difference. I want to go see the John Wayne Gacy house with me, you, and Woobs.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. Mickey also suggested to us that there's apparently a comedy wrestling show in Chicago, and that she would love for us to go see it and kind of like document us watching the event, kind of a little bit. So that's a possibility as well. I'll have to like send it to our Instagram account, and maybe we could look into that more 2025. But anyway, one more shout out to Dan, the Great Lake Jumper. I have to send this to him. Thank you again for the interview, Dan. It was a blast. And yeah, hope 2025 has nothing but good things for you and lots more successful jumps. Anyway, moving on from that, we'll see here. We covered a lot of things. Okay, at the beginning of the year in March, we talked about this was the beginning of the Boeing planes falling out of the sky, which I don't know if any of you guys have been keeping up with current events as far as Boeing goes, but they've had like 3 major crashes within the last week, which I guess that's picking up again for Boeing. Shout out to Mickey. She's in the chat. Yes. She says that's my New Year's resolution to go see that wrestling show. Okay. All right. Mickey, what were we looking to fact check? What were we looking to fact?
Lake Michigan is not saltwater.
Yeah. Okay. Can you fact check that for us, Mickey, please?
So here's my thing about listen, planes falling out of the sky, crazy. I hope it doesn't happen. But is it more or less in 2024 than it was for 2023, than it was for 2022, than it was for 2021? Is it more or less than has previously happened? Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that they're lightly sitting on. I think it's something that is just routine airplane maintenance. I feel like would be, as a manufacturer, not up to them if it falls out. Okay, here's the way I think about it. Yes, a Boeing airplane fell out of the sky. Here's my thing. If I don't get my brakes changed when my car repair person says get your brakes changed because your brakes are out, right? They don't go blame the SUV manufacturer for my truck. They blame me. Well, you didn't have your brakes changed and you ran into something and that's what happened, right? Mm-hmm. So it's my fault. So it's kind of the same thing to me with Boeing, right? Yes, they made the plane, but were they flying it? Have you ever flown on a Boeing flight? No, you've flown on a Boeing plane, right? So what airline is this consistently happening on? Because they're not maintaining the equipment properly, and Boeing's getting the short end of the stick. But they can't say that, right?
Right. But there was also the whole whistleblower thing where they had a whistleblower that was been on their ass for the past decade, and then when he's just about to testify or give his testimony or something at a crucial juncture in the case, whatever legal proceedings and court case they had, he ended up getting deleted. Self-deletion. Okay. Apparently, allegedly, or the other way around or whatever.
I have an interview for Boeing in 2 weeks. Can we not talk about this?
Wait, are you being for real?
I can either confirm or deny that.
Hey, look, all right. Proceed with caution. That's all I'm gonna say, cousin. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Let's just say, listen, I'm taking a flight. I'm taking flights this year, and the statements that I'm making are mine and mine alone, and do not reflect the beliefs of Steven, the man right here, the man right next to me. Can we get the full screen on it? Okay. They do not reflect the opinions and beliefs of this man. Okay. That's totally on me, on this man, wearing these glasses. Okay. I'm just gonna say I'm not really keen on flying Boeing this year. Okay. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Completely 100% my opinion. Let me get some shout outs going. Shout out to Jason. What's going on, Jason, you bad mother? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? Cass asks, why do you look so happy? I don't know. It's been hard to tell. I think he's been more pissed off than anything this year because of New Year's. Jason also says, Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you. Likewise to you as well, Jason, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year. And that goes a Happy New Year to everybody else in the chat. We also have Jesse here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. He says, Steve is a bad boy.
Why? Why am I a bad boy, Jesse?
Yeah, we need some clarification as to
what specifically makes me a bad boy.
Castle also says, nah, Steve is never angry. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's a lot of
There's
misinformation.
no B in that. That's just what you mean. He doesn't even need to put. Oh my God, I'm just so annoyed today. Talk about redundancy and things that don't need to be in there. Nah does not need to be in Cass's statement. It adds no value to what Cass is saying. Nah, Steve is never mean, and Steve is never angry. What you mean is the same as saying Steve is never angry. What you mean?
Jason also says, hope y'all had a great Christmas. Likewise, Jason. Thank you. Aside from that, we also covered in that same episode, we talked about the Wonka incident, which that was a whole bundle of laughs and comedy there during that. What else did we do? Had some chill streams here.
Not sharing anything.
Okay,
Do you mean to share anything?
Let me see. Let me pull up some of our chill streams here.
That's where I remember I had a headache. I remember I had a headache during one of them, and I really thought that we were being invaded by aliens.
Okay. Yeah, there have been a lot of strange occurrences happening with you this year in the supernatural realm. Mayflowers.
Look at that hairstyle.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is what we're going back to. We're going back to the hair piece here because that's what I'm used to seeing. Not like an actual hair piece, but like at the hair. Like it's definitely like that's what I'm used to seeing you with, and then like that's what I feel like I saw you wearing before we started the show.
Sweats, I think you're right though, because I didn't just see that either.
Yeah, and it's just like is literally the Clark Kent Superman effect of just like boom, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah.
Is that
it is a
prime drink. However,
okay.
like other flavors might also have these chemicals because
we're talking about the Prime scandal where apparently there's like severe amounts of microplastics and stuff. We talked about this robot dog, which I still haven't bought. I still haven't bought the fire robot dog.
That would be so cool.
Why do we need that?
I don't know. It's fun.
What situation will you be able to use that without getting into legal problems?
It doesn't have to have the flamethrower on it. It could be like doing your dirty work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing that I was in a Discord server with Cass actually, and I forgot at some point I was talking about how we talked about this point where we talked about that Chinese school children were learning essential skills. I want to get your take on this as we close out. Let's get this take.
They seem to be doing a lot and be teaching. They seem to be very mobile. I'd like to get your thoughts on this as a parent and see what your thoughts about it. Let's see. Here, I'll put on the sound. Real quick, shout out to Mo who's in the chat. What's going on, Mo? Jesse says, what's up, Steve?
I don't like all these people that I don't know in the chat.
Sweats
well,
knows them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I do.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Wait, okay. Jesse says you have a bad temper and you're mean to Uncle Sweats. Damn, son.
Has he just seen the show? Is this like is he a new subscriber? What's going on? I mean,
Jesse's been around for a hot minute, Steve.
Well, then he should know. He should know.
I think it's just a matter of principle, is what he's talking about, Steve.
Oh, God.
Most is very synchronized. That's right. Very synchronized little children. Okay, let's keep getting this take because this is the one take probably this year. This is probably the one take this entire year that me and Steve have been the most opposite on and opposed to. Okay. Wait, please. I'm not sure. Okay, it is sharing. Okay, so the coordination. I couldn't do that.
Look at that.
That's pretty freaking cool.
It looks very fun.
Steven, what did you have a disagreement on about this?
He said, and I'm not going to quote him because I don't remember it off rip, but he said something to the effect of, "Oh, I don't want them doing gymnastics. I don't want them learning how." Like, if we look a little bit further into this video, like they're learning how to do dishes and stuff like that, like right here. And so look at that shit. And he was basically said, "Oh no, I don't want them to do that because." I forget what his logic was, but I was very.
I remember the logic. The logic is that I don't want them being uniform. I don't want my son to be a uniform thinker, to just have his trajectory already instilled in him. I want him to have the autonomy to go out there and do it. Now, and I'm going to tell you something. My son was at ninja camp today doing all of this. So I'm not saying don't do this. I'm not saying don't do this. What I'm saying is I think that there's merit in some of the skills that they're doing, just not in the educational field, is all I'm saying.
You're saying that what they're good is good to learn, but that they shouldn't be learning it in school. Is that what the point you're trying to make?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what they're doing here? They're learning this in school.
Well, this is probably just like recess, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like then this is their recess, and whatever they do, like the sewing and shit like that, that's probably just like kind of like we had this class back in like the guys didn't have it, but the girls did at the private Christian school I used to go to way back when. But basically it was called home economics, and basically where it was literally like cooking and cleaning and like sewing and shit. Look this probably whatever this. Look at this kid spiced it up. Look, he's throwing that salt in there. Look at that. Hold on, look at this. Look at that. Oh, wait,
Steven.
Throw that in. Damn, he's seasoning that mug.
He cooks better on the grill than you, Steven.
Dang, son. That's crazy. Dang. But that's what I was saying. Yeah. Look at this little girl who's sewing. That's so cool. I would definitely want my daughter.
I think what they're trying to teach them is how to take care of themselves. That's what they're trying to teach them.
Yes. And my thing is like, I get what you're saying as far as like individuality and like not wanting to like crush their souls before they even had a chance to spread their wings, so to speak. But you gotta say, like, this is some pretty cool stuff. I mean, let's just imagine like if they're learning this stuff at such a young age, like they have like the rest of their lives to figure out who they want to be and what they want to accomplish and stuff like that. They'll just have like these like manual skills and stuff that they can utilize for the rest of their life. I think that's pretty fucking cool in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What's your point of that, Steve?
I agree with you, but I think to myself, as a parent,
let me ask you something.
Again, here we go with the.
What's up, Woobs?
Go ahead.
So when Lee went to ninja class today, didn't they show him what to do there?
Yeah.
Like, did they? Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing there. But it's
not
in school.
But it's not in the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, dude. Is it's not in the school setting, right?
Yeah.
It's not in like, come here and go do this. I had to pay for him for that interest.
Well, that's why the United States is so behind with that, with education. They're building it now. Well, there was in like first, second graders, maybe kindergartners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're building that confidence right then and there.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
they don't do that here.
If
like Steve's right. Steve's right. If you want your kid to know that, you got to pay for it. You know, and that's when yeah.
And my thing is this: is that you know, I also am doing cooking classes with Lee and Fiona, And as a family, that helps us form a bond, right? As a family, that helps me form a bond with my son, right? Is like he wants to be a ninja. He looked me in my face and says, I want to be a ninja. And I said, okay, I'm going to help you become a ninja. He is a high green belt, and he knows how to like climb walls, and he knows how to do all these things in his ninja class, right? When it's like a break. So he doesn't get to do this every day, but he knows how to do it. And I don't know how often they would do it. And now that I think about it, like he probably could benefit from some stuff like that, because school is kind of a little nuts. You know?
Get this, Steve. I'm thinking outside the box right now. Okay, listen to this. You send Lee to China and you enroll him into one of these schools, and he learns to become a ninja within the first year.
Yeah, but then
it's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy. It's gonna be hard. It's probably the hardest thing you ever had to do, but he will come out a literal ninja.
And he'll come out a grill master. He'll be grilling better than you, Steven.
He'll be like, Dad, I got this. All right. He'll put you to the side when he's like, I don't know how tall he is, but he's like, let me got this. He barely can look over the charcoal grill, and he just sees it in that thing like you wouldn't believe, man. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm just saying, that's just my take on it. What do you think about that, Steve?
I don't know. I feel like my point is being lost in here a little bit. I feel like my intention of what I'm trying to get across. Now, either I can't get it across, or either you two are just running over it and not listening.
I'm running over this bug, dude.
Like that little girl right there. What if she doesn't want to do sewing? You know what I mean?
Well,
Mickey has a good point. What if she doesn't want to do sewing? What if she wants to do something else? What if she's one of the kids that wants to do basketball? But they're like, no, you have sewing hands.
If she's if she falls on hard times, she can, and clothes aren't readily available, she could scrounge up some fabric and make herself clothing.
Now she's got to go to the cotton fields. And she's got to get the things to make the clothes. Then she has to do the fitting. Then one arm's longer than the next one. It never ends. It never ends. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is listen.
Well, they're being taught from kids, so I'm pretty sure she wouldn't make that mistake.
That's true.
You know.
Plus, I mean, you'll always be able to say
that. I don't this is my issue with the internet is we see one video from one moment in time and we make a mass dispersion about the entire, culture, society, country of China. Are they doing this everywhere, or is this just one specific school for children who are less privileged, more privileged? You don't know the context and social dynamics behind this video. None of us do.
Mickey has a good question here. She says, Steve, are you saying that you would rather than them learn this kind of stuff outside of school because then they actually want to do it, as opposed to doing something in school which they're obligated to do as part of the curriculum?
Yeah, I think kids need. Yeah, I certainly do. I think that kids need choices. I think they need options. I'm firm, but I'm fair as a father. I'm firm, but I'm fair, right? Like, you do good in school, which is part of your expectation. You get to do other things that you like to do outside of school, right? Like that's just the way we should all be.
Shout out to Matthew. He says, give kids autonomy.
That's right.
Shout out to Matt. Okay.
You know why they don't do this stuff in U.S. schools?
Because I don't think the people in charge are really thinking. I honestly think that they're just worried about themselves and stealing from us, as opposed to actually like thinking about future generations. But that's just me. I just don't think they care.
No, go back, and I'll show you in one quick second.
All right,
go back. So if that kid bumps their head the wrong way, that's a lawsuit. If this kid falls off, it's true. That's where we are as a society. One kid falls off, that's a lawsuit. What the hell was my kid doing climbing up that thing?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that we don't want to do it. It's just that we have such a get money mentality that, if something happens, you need to sue your school to get reparations.
Maybe. I mean, I have no idea how litigious the Chinese society is. I really have no idea, so I can't speak to that. But
it's more about our society than theirs.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I
That's
guess
too much seasoning right there, by the way.
Man, he looked like he was putting the chile powder on those pineapples or something. He was making, I don't know.
Tahini? He was throwing some
Yeah,
tahini on the
tahini.
pineapple?
Yeah. For real. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of it can lead to a much larger conversation. Okay, let's look at that. That's not bad. She stopped herself from making.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I saw my son do that earlier. But I need to pay and sign waivers for that type of exercise, for that type of activity.
So
if
you
something
can't
happens,
sue, Steven.
Yeah, if something like that happens, hey, it's not us. You signed him up, right?
Yeah, for sure. Mandy says, bye public funding. Mickey also says, I think I agree with you, Steve, although I do think it would be beneficial to teach all kids, girls and boys, life skills like cooking, sewing, etc.
I agree. Although the only life skill so one, again, Lee knows how to cook, right? I've made sure of that. He knows how to make pancakes, he knows how to make sausage, he knows how to make eggs, he knows how to make pizza, he knows how to make steak on the grill, he knows how to make chicken, he knows how to make all these things. He doesn't do it without me there, of course.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Sewing, I don't know why. Stop it. I don't know why, as a society, we need to know how to sew. I don't.
You know what? Because our society is, hey, if it rips, just throw it out and go buy another one. Whereas other societies are like, it's got a small hole, patch it, keep it moving, keep it 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's our society. Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
He's peeling bananas. What? Why do you need to dress up to peel bananas?
I think he's making a dish, so he's just peeling it to make the to the dish. Jesse says, "Happy holidays! Happy holidays to you, buddy." Thank you. So anyway, that was a that was a moment here on the show this year. Okay,
there's a moment right now too.
Yeah, it is. It's something
that part. If one kid falls off and busts his head, the whole school district's going down. What do you mean he was walking on what do you mean my son was walking on this? Right?
Okay, well, look, they take it a little more serious. Look, it's turf. It's turf. I think if he falls, okay, he's not. Look at every aspect. Look at every aspect of these videos. Okay, here.
How is walking on an old
hold on
wire thing a life skill? How is that? Some of the stuff I'm looking, I'm like, it just looks cool, but when do you need that?
All right, look, okay. Let's see. The more physical works. Let's take a look here. Let's stop every single time.
That's important. Yeah. Cooking's important. Okay. I give you that.
Cooking is relatively harmless. They're washing grapes. Okay, they're cutting. They look like it's safety scissors, safety peelers. Okay, but let's wait for it till they're walking on the stilts again. Okay, building walls. Look, that guy's gonna be a future construction worker. Okay,
don't they already? What's wrong with the Great Wall of China now? Isn't it big enough? What do we need to go? That's what I'm
not
saying,
the only wall they need.
That's all I'm saying, dude. All I'm saying is it's one of those things where I'm just like, are you gonna put me to work? Like, it's kind of like the B movie that Jerry Seinfeld did, right? Yeah. It's like, are you just grooming me to fill a job in the future, or do I get my own personal choice of what I want to do for my life? This kid's been building walls since first grade. Go get over on that part of the Great Wall of China needs to be fixed. Go fix it. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Okay, hold on. Let's wait for it. I really want to see the stilts kid. Come on. Professional hairstylist. upon graduation. They skip school because there's just too much to do. Okay, they're learning how to build canals. Okay, or
Why
water.
do we need that? It's 2025. New
Okay.
year, new me.
Okay. Look, okay. So they're doing these backflips, but they're doing with these padding. Okay, boom, safety,
Okay.
safety.
That's fine. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next one. Okay, boom, pads again, safety, huh?
Although I don't understand why we need to do that specific one, but okay.
We need to be limber and agile in order to maintain good body composition. Okay, let's see.
Isn't that what the jump rope's for?
Okay, look. Okay, they have the teacher who's watching. Okay, she's watching. The girls are doing jump rope. They're skipping the thing. The most person in danger is the boy jumping on the ball, but it doesn't look like it's a thing that like. Okay. Look, there's supervision all around. It's kind of. I know he's.
How do you know? How do you know he didn't make that for his science project? He was testing it out.
Yeah. Come on, Steve.
The other thing is, why do I need this? You know.
Okay.
I feel like as a society, everyone has hashtag leave Steve in 24. Why don't we leave stilts in 24? Why do we need stilts?
Because stilts are good.
For what?
They're just good. I can't explain it. If
I
you
would
know,
try
you
those
know.
stilts. I would try those.
Yeah, I would definitely try those. I'd use the fuck out of those stilts, bro. Okay. All right. Look, another teacher there. Okay, look, this one. Teachers walking aside underneath turf. Look, safety. All right. No longer there.
What's the point? What's the point of that? I don't understand
the point of that. Yeah, go
balance
back.
Is balance. Hold on.
Wait. He's training to be a ninja too.
Yeah, dude. Look, Lee wants to be a ninja.
No.
Okay. Time out. Okay. Let's think all the way through about this. Let's think this all the way through for a second, okay? You guys are pissing me off and I can't finish my thought. Okay? You guys are pissing me off and I can't finish my thought.
All right, go.
I'm a ninja. Okay? I'm a ninja and I need to get into the super secret, atomic layer. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, but I'm a ninja. I got my nunchucks. I got my swords. I got my katanas. I got everything I need to be a ninja, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Explain to me in my secret mission why I need stilts.
You need to get over the hot lava, and the stilts can withstand the heat. Boom. There you go. Right there.
Stilts are made of wood.
No. He has to train for stilts. And there's different stages, and he started at the low stage, the low ones. But eventually, he'll work his way up to the very tall ones. Right?
What is that? That's not the question though. The question in this scenario was, I'm a ninja. I'm a fully formed ninja. What's the scenario that I need to use the stilts when I'm on my super secret mission?
Look, you're on a ground.
You're going on a tangent, right?
You two don't have an answer.
These kids are training to be ninjas. I already know it. Steven.
Racist.
Yeah, listen.
Why is that? Wait a minute. What are you trying to do here? Huh, Steven? I heard that under your breath. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they're in ninja school and their parents paid for it. And that's their training to be a ninja.
Look, okay, listen. It teaches balance. If we're real about it, these activities balance. Which, I mean, we don't necessarily think about balance. The only time when balance is like a crucial part of learning is like when we're first growing up. You could say these kids already know balance because they could stand on there. But it's not about learning like your first steps type of balance. It's the balance that you're learning to like have good coordination, agility, strength training, fucking building your body up. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest now. If we pay attention to the obesity rates in this country, if we really look at those, if we look at all the fast food, if we look at everything, especially with these kids, we all could afford to have better balance, better agility, better bodies. Okay.
What did I say in my PSA? I said take an extra walk instead of having an extra bite. So I agree with you. But my thing is this, right?
Go on still.
Hold on, wait. In this example, how does this help this little boy? Look at this example up here, right? Right there. What do we need this for? Tell me why we need to learn how to walk on a old
wheelbarrow.
barrel.
That's a wheel.
So
I told you already.
It's a big spindle. That's what it is. It's a big spindle.
I told you already. That's ninja class right there, 101.
Dude, I mean, listen, all right. Listen, okay. I think it was in a report like from last year or something that there were legitimate Chinese spies in our government. So I mean, I'm saying it's not outside the realm of possibility. Like it's a legit thing. It was a legit, like, you know.
They're training them to be spies already?
Dude, listen.
Guys,
Dude, okay, listen.
Guys.
You want we talk about conspiracy theories all the time here, bro.
I need a new show. That's what it is. I need a new show. Guys,
this is quite the New Year's Eve special.
Dude, hey, listen, man, we're chilling.
Guys, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you.
What's up, Steve? What's good?
When I hear that there's potential spies in the U.S. government from China, then they're not good spies.
There's spies everywhere. There's spies
I understand that, but you don't know that they're there. That's something. It's like air. We know that there's spies around here. We know that there's people we can't trust. It's assumed that everyone's spying on everyone, or maybe it shouldn't be assumed. Maybe it's not as crazy as it is on the other side of it.
Right. But I mean, maybe Woobs is right. Maybe this is all some sort of fraud. And listen, you know, North Korea was like Kim Jong-un was like a master of propaganda and stuff like that, and like, you know, tricking his citizens into thinking he's some deity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, and whatever you get to see out there, if it's not like, unless it's like candid camera and like taken undercover, all of it's just like a front. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, maybe Woobs is right. Maybe this is a front for, you know, saying, oh, look, these kids are learning this stuff, and maybe they're training to be spies. Who the fuck knows? But at the end of the day, some of these skills, some of the things that they're learning are more useful, and some of them are more just like for the physicality. I don't know. Like, I mean, like we had PE. We had PE in you know, in school or whatever, and you know, I don't know if you ever had to climb rope. Did you ever have to climb rope, Steve, in PE?
Yeah, I was good at it.
Okay. Well, when have you ever needed to climb a rope? You know, let's like think about that. Maybe this is just an extremer version and a younger version of what we were doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We never had to climb a rope before. I mean, God forbid I was in a situation where my life depended on it and I had to climb a rope. I'm thankful I work out. I'm strong. Like I can handle it. I'm like to believe, but you know, you have to ask yourself that question, Steve.
When I was climbing the rope, the one question I had to ask myself was, how do you expect me to get down?
Same way.
Easy, but climbing down is just like, how do I get down?
The same way that
I remember I climbed all the way up, and then they were like, now climb down. And I was just like,
help! I need help, teacher.
Yeah. And it's like 10 feet in the air, 12 feet in the air, or whatever. And I remember like the first time I climbed it, I was like 17.
Yeah.
Because then I went to public school.
Yeah.
And I remember they were like, okay, climb the rope. Let's see how fast you can climb the rope. And I looked at the gym teacher and I was just like, how am I supposed to get down? And he was just like, that's not my problem. You need to climb the rope.
Lawsuit right there. You fall down.
That's the same trauma you got from when the Forrest Gump movie. Like, what does she mean by that? And they just told you to shut up and watch the movie. The same.
Yeah, I had a grown ass teacher tell me that's not my problem. You getting down from the top of the ladder, from the rope, is not my problem.
He said, "Figure it out."
Yeah, we're trauma bound. We'll end this discussion with this. All right, what Mickey said. Maybe there's nothing to learn with the stilts and barrel balancing. Maybe it's just for fun. Okay, that's a middle ground. I could accept that middle ground right there. I can accept that. Steve, can you accept that?
No, because what's fun about it?
Those kids look like they were having the time of their lives.
Look at them. Look at they're happy.
Stressed. They seem stressed. Those kids seem stressed.
Man, they're just
case recording them.
They're just living life, bro.
Those are kids without a PS5. That's what that is. Those
There's
are kids without internet.
Look at the text. Look at the text on the screen. There's no crying when they get dropped off. They run straight to class, fighting over toys.
We don't know that.
Non-existent. Boom.
So they're emotionless? Is that what you're telling me? That they're emotionless? And they have no connection to their parents?
We gotta move on. We gotta move on to
I mean, I hear that, but like I also kind of don't care that someone's crying. It means that they care.
Oh shit, man.
Is that what you're telling me, TikTok video? Who get this person on the show? I need to know what they meant by that.
Michael 126457. We need to get him on the show.
It's the craziest shit I ever heard. That is they don't cry when they come to class. No,
that's right.
That's so pompous and arrogant. Yeah, not one kid has ever cried. They run in. I can't wait to get there. Then why the fuck did they leave? Because they turn the lights off? I don't know. It sounds suspect to me.
Anyway. You can't fool Steven.
Let's see. What else did we go through this year? Experience. I wonder what's in this chill stream. Let me see here. Let's see what other killer content that we had here. Oh, and this, we had this is when we first got Woobs on. And he, came along with the show more consistently. I'll share my screen here. We had
how much did those headphones cost? $100?
No.
Yeah. No. Oh no.
No, they didn't.
All right, here we go. We did had Woobs to go by.
Wow. How long ago was that?
This was during 7 months ago. So 7 months. What was it? When did it air? Was it May? Yeah, it was in May. Yeah, we had Woobs do a poetic rendition.
Oh God, don't do this. I watched this music video with Fiona the other day. We both.
Oh God, why would you watch that with Fiona?
Were you guys having fun? Were you guys having fun listening to the music video, watching the music video?
Okay, so we were going to pick up Lee, and that came on the radio, and I said, Fiona, this is the song that Woobs was singing. And then she said, who's Woobs? And I said, Albert. And I said, this is
wait a second. Wait, she doesn't identify Woobs as Woobs?
No.
I don't know how I feel about that. Woobs, how does that make you feel?
She's always called me Albert. Oh, did I say my real name on air?
Well, he said it first.
Yeah, I know, Steven.
Bro, I think you're really just overblowing it, bro. Nobody actually gives a fuck.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show like this.
Oh my God. This is not gonna go. That's okay. If Boeing sees this, you dressed up like that, it's not gonna go well for you, Steve. I suggest you take that off.
Is it better?
No, take the hood off. This is ridiculous. So this is one thing.
She's always called me Albert.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, wait a minute, because I've always known you as Woobs.
Yeah,
and that's a weird thing. Whenever you get introduced to someone and you get introduced to them like as one thing, it's always so hard to then like to call them like something separate. Like everyone like so many people just know me as Sweats, but they don't like address me as my real name, and I wouldn't expect them to, and it would be weird kind of if they did. And like for Cass, like Cass isn't even his like obviously it's not his real name, and it's not even his current name, it's Kaiju. But it's like I don't. It just feels weird to call him something else. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? I don't know. I find that weird. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but let's see here. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can find.
They're not your views. You're just paraphrasing it. Nobody's gonna cancel you. Nobody's gonna point the finger. You're always worried about somebody pointing the finger at you, Steve. Just read it.
Okay. How about I read everything
of Sexy Red's Pound Town.
Pound Town. You ready, guys?
All right, here we go. Here we go.
I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Whether I'm looking for the hoes, quit playing, come suck a bitch toes. There you go. There you go.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, shit.
This is so beautiful. I bring the tear to my eye. Yeah.
Pound Town, Gillette Pound Town. With my, he just looking at bitch down. He just took a bitch down. Yeah, that dick a bitch down. Yeah, that eat me. Oh.
Amazing.
You see that, Steve? It wasn't that hard.
Because I think at first, Steve, look at his just reaction. Look at his, he's holding his head down in shame.
Let's see, Steven.
Oh, wait, what does he say?
For the team.
That's right. We need the content, damn it.
We need the content, goddammit.
I think that was the worst moment. That had to have been one of the worst 10 moments of my life.
No, it wasn't. Steven, back up. The other worst moment of your life was Liam.
Yeah, I think initially at first what we were trying to do is get Steve to do the poetic rendition. But
let me ask you something, Steven. So since you saw it with Fiona, did she like the song?
Yeah, what did you think about it?
We can't believe that's how far rap has fallen.
What? So Fiona has always been a rap fan?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Is that something that like you came to know about her like early on and when you started dating, or like that's more of an acquired taste when she was being around you more often?
No, we were very upfront and honest with each other about our personalities very early on into our courtship of each other.
Really? Okay.
So I knew. I mean, she likes rap. Oh no, I'm not going to talk to her.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, you said she didn't like it. She didn't care for it.
It was a weird, we watched the music video and some man was randomly sucking Sexy Red's toes. It was disgusting.
Oh, I gotta watch this video to see.
Oh, you don't?
How did you get around to what's the story behind it? Did it just pop up and say, "Hey, Fiona, let's just watch this video real quick"?
Yeah, no, it was. There was a song that came on the radio, and I said, "This is the song that Albert sang on our thing," and then they were like, "Oh, Sexy Red's a bad," and I was just like, "I don't think she's that bad." And Fiona goes, "Well, let me see," and then then I pulled up the song, and then we watched the video, and it was just like, this is not good at all.
I never saw the video before.
Do you want to do this? Does this make you want to watch it even more now, or at all?
No.
I recommend you don't.
I might have to watch it.
To be honest, I don't hear anything about her after that song. You said this was 7 months ago?
Well, that's kind of the thing. It's just like these acts that come around that have like a lot of push behind them. It's all kind of orchestrated behind the scenes, and it's very rarely ever like sustainable. Kind of like a one-hit wonder type thing, but it's like not even as like long. It's like the time span you have to. It's like your 15 minutes of fame. Like You guys know about the Hawk Tua girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, just think about how like quickly, like, like she became popular off of like not even like she had no talent, like nothing, and now she's getting sued because she rug pulled, which is basically like scamming like people for investing into a crypto coin that she pushed. Now she either didn't know anything about it and just like she had handlers and stuff was like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna make oodles and oodles of money, or she did and she knew about that she was going to rug pull, which that's a very common thing for a lot of cryptocurrencies that people like get into. Uh if they're not backed up by anything solid, like if they don't serve any purpose. And a lot of people lose a lot of their money. And granted, you could say, well, the blame is on them because, yeah, don't put all your life savings in some meme coin or something like that. That's just going to lose its value within like the first week or something like that. True. But yeah, but that whole basically what I was trying to get at is just like, yeah, like that 15 minutes of fame, that phrase, like it's not even like, I mean, it's obviously more than 15 minutes, right? But it's like supercharged now. It's like you have your moment and it could be so random and lucky, but then it's gone like 2 times as fast. You know what I mean? And I think back to your point, I think that's essentially what like kind of Sexy Red like was. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna hear anything about her in 2025. Honestly, I really don't think you are. And to be fair, who cares? Like she doesn't really have any actual talent. She doesn't have any talent. It's just like I don't know. The bar in your like you said, Steve, the bar is so low, especially for rap, that it's like anyone could fucking do it. You could just get on there and mumble. As long as the beat's good, you could like make a hit. You know, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that was a very, very interesting a point there.
Low moment of 2024.
Yes.
My resolution is to never hear Woobs sing Sexy Red in 2025.
Oh yeah, and then we talked about how you had an uncomfortable car ride with one of your coworkers, and he was listening to this song, and like really singing to it, and it was making you feel a certain way.
Yeah, I didn't know why he sang it, why he was singing it.
Yeah, maybe it was just maybe it was just it was just right. Shit, I might sing this. I might sing this when the show's over.
I'd get out of the car if you sang it. If you started singing the song, if we were in,
it's so fly. I'm singing right now, but you know, we're not in the car. You know what I mean?
I thought about leaving the show.
Hey, I'm a singer. I'm a singer. What the fuck do you expect from me, Steve?
Yeah.
But that was an interesting story. What else? What else? Let's see here. We did get into some conspiracy stuff. The Diddy list and the whole thing of that was crazy. Probably like our biggest like I wouldn't even say viral, but like we got a hell of views covering the Diddy stuff for a while there, and our comment section was going fucking nuts. It was going fucking nuts, man. And that was funny. Yeah, then we had, which is actually kind of like in the past month, this month has reared its head even more, but UFO frenzy has like been going off this year. This year in general has been really big for if you're into UFOs, which is the same. We didn't get a chance to talk to Tori Saylor, but maybe in 2025 we could get around to talking to her again about the UFOs and shit. That should be pretty interesting. With the most recent bouts, we'll make it kind of quick. Steve, have you kind of like paid attention to any of the more recent UFO sightings and drones and stuff like that are flying over everything, and some of them are getting shot down and stuff? Did you follow that at all?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's a lot of that going on as well. A lot to unpack. It's kind of faded a little bit from the public, a little bit consciousness, but yeah, that was a whole thing. Let's see here. And then And then we came around in October and did the Return to Bachelor's Grove, which you have a story. Ever since then, things have been different. And in private and text, you basically have been saying that things have been going, not things that have going wrong, but things have been a little
Let
weird.
Let me just say it. I saw the ghost in my house, or the spirit, or whatever the hell it is. I saw the ghost from the cemetery in my house.
What?
I text you this.
Yeah, but you didn't say you saw the ghost.
I did.
You just been some weird stuff's been happening at your house.
Weird stuff has been happening, and I did see the ghost.
There goes Uncle Danny. Shout out to Uncle Danny.
Shout out to Uncle Danny, dude.
Shout out, G.
Hope he sees this. Shout out to Uncle. Let me kind of forward to the actual hunt. But yeah, okay. So elaborate on a little bit more on that, Steve.
So, I mean, I was home alone. I took a nap. I woke up. No, was it? No, it was at night. Yeah, it was at night. I've had a lot of weird things happen since Bachelor's Grove. And what I find funny is I'm the one who says that, like, things don't exist, but things have clearly been happening. Like, there was a moment when I heard a big knock on my door, like on one of my walls.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a nervous breakdown a little bit because of it, which is very unusual for me. I remember thinking that I'm going to cry hysterically if it happens again.
If that same bang happens again?
Yeah. And what was weird about it was my dogs reacted to it. I think that's what's really alarming to me, where it was a very thud.
Yeah.
And it felt like it came from my attic. And like my dogs reacted to it, where they like looked up and shit. Yeah, there's been a lot of weird things happening. And then like I woke up one night, I fell asleep on the couch downstairs because I was just watching TV late. I think it was like a Sunday night, and I was watching one of the football games, and it just got late. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I had just seen like this figure that resembled what I had seen in the cemetery.
Damn.
Right over in that area over there. It kind of freaked out a little bit.
Was it dark? Was the area kind of like dark? Was there any light like down
Yeah,
there?
it was illuminated by like the light that's over, because you guys know, like there's the light that's over by my little workout area.
Yeah.
And I leave that one on, and then like I turned this light off because I knew I was getting tired, and I was just watching the TV right behind me, and then over on this side, over here is where I had seen it. And it was weird. And it was like I had just woken up, so I was like, I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. But I do remember waking up feeling like something was looking at me. Interestingly enough, if you watch the Bachelor's Grove, Ghost Adventures episode, a lot of what I say I saw is what they say they saw as well. And it's really like they capture it. And like I can attest to that's why the fuck I was freaking out, because I didn't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And then yeah, dude, I would just say a lot of random stuff has been happening. Like it's been less frequent, but like around the time of the episode, weird things would happen. And then, you know, shortly after that, you know, I like things stopped happening. But there was a lot of like loud knocks and stuff coming from my attic and stuff.
Did you ever go in to check your attic?
No, because the passageway to the attic is in this very small like area.
Yeah.
And I didn't have an opportunity to get all up there because I would have needed like special equipment or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Do you have audio to this clip right here?
Yeah. Let me give him a break.
I feel like fucking crying, dude.
Why? What's wrong?
Hold on. Don't.
Steve, what's wrong?
Right?
What's wrong?
Stop.
Okay. All right. Give him a break. Go on.
Why do you need Why do you need to hear me almost throwing up?
No, I don't need to hear you throwing up.
All right.
Oh,
So Steve is feeling sick right now. Okay, I don't know what's coming over him. He's feeling emotional. He's feeling like no, it's not. You have to touch it in order for it to come through.
I don't, dude. I do not like being
Okay,
touched.
so
in
we just need
general.
a moment here. Yeah.
I do not like being touched, and
Okay,
look at how much
all
Woobs
right.
is touching.
Give him a break.
Let me put my hands on you. What the fuck does that do for me?
He's your friend. He's trying to make sure you're okay.
I don't like people like around me and like all that. Like if I'm panicking and freaking out, leave me alone.
Steve.
Oh,
I
man.
remember very closely you said, "Don't my side, Woobs."
That doesn't mean don't. That doesn't mean touch me. That doesn't mean put your hands on me.
I wasn't. You were gasping for air.
You know what I think it was, dude? I'm gonna give you my honest assessment of why
Here we go.
I had that experience.
Here we go.
Here's my hypothesis, because I've watched that episode a lot, and I've researched Ghost Adventures a lot.
Trauma.
Let me tell you why I think.
Trauma.
No, listen. I'm serious. Let me explain to you why I think I was impacted that day. Those golden rods.
The golden rods that we didn't even use?
I still had them on me.
What? Talk to say. What do you think? Why do you think the golden rods must do?
I don't even know where they are.
Oh. So
Okay.
you think that's like a cursed object or something? That
No. Okay. So if they're real,
Okay.
they're supposed to attract spirits, right?
Right.
And who had those rods on him?
You did.
Me.
Damn.
I was the only one who had those on him. So I think if those really were, because for whatever reason, I still think about Bachelor's Grove like you two wouldn't even believe.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know you do.
I sent you guys clips, and I watch a lot of stuff, and yeah, it has consumed me a little bit. I'll admit it. And I've thought about it so much, and I think to myself, I think it's because of those rods.
Damn, son. Well, like we talked about when we were reviewing the video, if this was to be a threequel, trilogy of Bachelor's Grove, the only way it would have to be done is if we get into contact with either Mistress B or Ken Allen, and they join us here.
Yeah, I need somebody who's going to guarantee my safety too.
Yeah, we need
I need like a safety valve.
Yeah, a safety valve. But definitely we will keep people. Well, Steve, I'm sure will let us know if some more things happen. If he decides, he sees another figure or banging and stuff, and it's just too much to take. I'm sure in 2020. I'm just saying the Bachelor's Grove, at least the aftermath, I think it might continue in 25. I don't wish that upon you. I'm not wishing that upon you, but hey, we're already in December. We're literally about to go into January 1st and the next day, and you still are impacted by it. So we will see. We will see what happens with the.
I'll put it like this: I don't Google. I look for new Bachelor's Grove videos like at least twice a week.
Oh, really? Dang. Okay. Well, we'll definitely keep tabs on that as we go into the next year. And then as we kind of wrap things up here, the most recent thing that we did was, man, maybe probably the most enjoyable experience was doing the Rico Benny steak eating challenge. Look, we got a good meal out of it, man. We made a good ass video. People enjoyed it. And Steve, this was a monumental because it was the first time that Steve actually participated in the food eating challenge, and he won. He actually won.
Don't say it like you're surprised.
He won.
I was.
He actually won.
Look at that face.
Yeah, so we all have a third.
I ate Rickabenny's last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Damn. I want some actually really badly. Shout out to Kaz who edited the video. By the way.
Look at the way Woobs is looking at me.
Yeah, this was a great time. I was nervous at first. I thought maybe I might bump things over and knock down all the Pops figures.
I almost threw up because your sandwich touched your hair.
Wait, when?
When you put it next to your head.
When you put it next to your head, dude.
Let me see.
What the hell?
Wait, Woobs or me? I put it up to my head.
You put it up to your head.
The big kahuna. The big kahuna.
Wait, did I already do it?
You do it like I think right now.
Woobs, I gotta say, bro, that did age well, bro. You said I could eat 2 of these. Although you should have kept your sandwich because I remember you wanted more the next day.
Yeah, so we all have a third. 20 minutes to see who can get it through the fastest and the most. So let's go. I haven't had lunch all day. All I had was a Subway cookie. Oh.
Steven, tell everybody what you had before this.
Yeah, what'd you have?
Chili.
What'd you eat today?
I ate chili. Chili. I feel sorry for whoever goes to the bathroom after you.
Oh, I think so. Holy shit.
Put it against your head.
Look.
That's bigger than your
You
head.
touched your hair and I was about to throw up.
How about that? Is it bigger than mine?
You hear me say it too.
There's a lot of things bigger than you. Put it against your head. That's bigger than your head. Just touch your hair.
How about mine? Is it bigger than my head?
Yeah, it's bigger than your head.
I was
There's a
so
lot of things
disgusted.
bigger than yours. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man, dude, I want a Rico Benny sandwich.
He did a really good job editing it. That's hilarious. Look at
Yeah.
what the hell?
He
Oh
did
my
a
god.
double bite.
Oh.
Get in there. Here now. Sandwich down.
Oh,
Dang, son.
Steven.
It sucks that it's so far from where I live
Yeah, it is.
because otherwise we could like do it again.
Well, we gotta switch it up. Remember we talked about maybe going into like that one restaurant that isn't too busy and like doing the wings. It was like a different wing. A different wing. It was what did we talk about? It was
Great Seas restaurant.
Yeah. Doing the challenge there.
Though, dude. That's gonna run us like at least Rickabenny's like it was like $60 or whatever, $80 or whatever, but at least we got out of there for $80. You know what I mean? Like it has to be like decently priced, I think.
Yeah,
not that I'm like over concerned with money, but I just don't want to. I don't want to go in. I don't want to like spend $300 on the eating challenge. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. Nice big glass of milk there. I look like a crazy person.
Grown man eating milk. What the hell?
Look at that. It's me. But at the end of it all, which was like, again, Steve thinks like, oh, don't be surprised. I was legitimately surprised. By the time that me and Woobs are still duking it out, Steve had already finished, and he was just taunting us at that point. We thought there was a scandal involved. We thought he like had thrown away some bread.
I know.
Nah, he put it down. He put down the bread.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Put it down like a man. So there's the first. Well, not the. I don't think it's the first time, but I've never seen Woobs so defeated. I thought he was gonna really give us a run for his money. This is just me, my personal thoughts.
I was done already.
Look at, I was washing my hands already. I was wiping my hands already. I was
He was
done.
done.
I was done right there. You can tell Steven, right? I was done already.
I don't know what you had before, a torta or something like that.
It was like a burrito, but it was like at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you, if you watch that again, look at the amount of soda that you two drink compared to me. I take little sips. Woobs is just like he takes some soda back, man.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it. But eventually, Steve came away as the winner, and I was. Hey, listen, I lost. I can speak for myself. I lost, but I did win. I did win a second half of a Rico Benny sandwich the next day. I did, and that was its own reward, I have to say. But anyway,
Put it right here, Will. Put it right here. Okay, so all week you needed Tylenol.
let me see here. I want to get to
before
that.
doing this challenge was that it had to be pre-recorded and not live. Why is that?
I'm more of a prostitute than a stripper.
And that was something that's gonna be a quotable from Steve.
I should have said porn stars.
These are real thoughts. Like I didn't.
Shower thoughts.
Really
Real
how
shower
I think.
thoughts?
I'm not gonna perform live. You have to watch me on record. I don't,
And that kind of explains Steve's position there.
No.
And it was it was definitely an eventful year, guys. We're gonna start wrapping up the show here.
All right, I got something for us. All right,
what's up?
In 2025, what do you want to do with Sweats and Steve?
In 2025, well, I'm gonna be releasing more music and
with Sweats and Steve, not just Sweats.
Okay, yeah. Sweats and Steve, I honestly like doing some of the more activity-based stuff. I think it's really fun and like to have memories in that regard. Maybe if we could get some more guests like with cool, interesting stories, I think that would be cool as well. So doing that, and then every now and then doing like a special of some sort where we go out and just have fun and record it and then react to it. Honestly, I think that those two things are like really cool. But other than that too, it's just like having like a time once a month to just like check in and just shoot the shit and just talk about whatever's going on. Because it's I like keeping in touch with you guys and stuff. And yeah, man, honestly, just motto is just let the good times roll. Just let the good times roll, man.
No.
If we can make it happen, cool. If not, that's also cool. Whenever we're ready and like we're all on board. And yeah, dude. So that's my thoughts on it, honestly. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Steve?
I'd say for me, what I want to do is I don't want to do the whole like glitz and glamour piece of Chicago because I don't think that's who we are. You know what I mean? I want to do the underbelly of Chicago. I want to stick to like kind of the beaten, the not so beaten path of like food, something that's unique to what I would consider the city a little bit. Maybe we do a deep dish pizza eating challenge or something like that.
Yeah,
who could eat more deep dish or something that I think speaks a little bit like to the fun side, more geared to what we do than necessarily like come view Chicago with us. Like I don't think that's not who we are. That's for attractive people with abs. That's not
Dude, I'm getting abs. Dude, I'm getting abs in 2025. All right, listen.
Love the resolution. But yeah, like for me, like it's not that big of a deal. Like I would much rather like go visit where like somewhere where Al Capone was. Like I know Al Capone's home in Hickory Hills. I know where to find that.
Oh shit.
I'd like to go find where John Dillinger was shot. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'd like to go see the John Wayne Gacy house and kind of just put like all these different pieces of like kind of the underbelly of Chicago.
Yeah.
I think that's more of like
our lane.
Like, I think that's more of our lane. Nothing that's a standalone type of like episode, but a lot of little things that would make up like, oh, that's where I can find the John Wayne Gacy house, or that's where I can find where John Dillinger was shot, or that's where I can find an Al Capone speakeasy or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess to that point as well, when it comes to like the interviews, just kind of more the unique characters. Like I think Dan, like Dan's story and like what he does, it's very unique and
Yeah.
specifically to Chicago, and it's like, there's a story behind it. I mean, that's kind of how we always have operated, kind of, I would
Yeah.
say. And just kind of keeping out and like finding those. I don't mean this in a disrespectful term, in a disrespectful way, but kind of like oddballs a little bit, like with different, like very unique circumstances and life stories.
Yeah. I wouldn't say oddball. I would say, if I had to describe it, I would say more of the stories you don't hear about but are very eclectic. I don't think oddball is the right word. I think eclectic.
Yeah, I retract that. I retract that word. I was just struggling to find a word.
Yeah, I think eclectic stories that are like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Like, I didn't know somebody does that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you 100%. Woobs, what do you think? What do you
I think all that sounds good.
Okay.
I think the underbelly stories are really good.
For sure.
Going
Okay.
after the underbelly of Chicago would be really cool.
Like, you know what I've always kind of seen in that Sweats, and I don't want my idea to be the idea we go with, but I just want to share it.
Yeah.
Where it's like we open up and you have that wonderful, because you have a really good presentation voice, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like if you can open it up and you show like the pretty sides of Chicago, right? Like Sears Tower, you show Sears Tower, you show Navy Pier, you show all these things. Chicago, beautiful city, big tourist spot. You show all these wonderful things, and then you cut it to like that X-ray vision, and then you say something like,
"Yeah,
but that's not what you're going to see today."
Yeah, okay. I actually do like that, and I've been meaning for the longest time to redo our intro to like make a new one. So maybe I'll just do it like that. Like I'll just do, that one that classical music beat, and then we just go to fucking.
You hit that, and then you go,
yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about redoing that. Maybe that's something we can redo.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to redo that for whenever we do the next show next year. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would say like that's kind of what I'd like to see is pick 3 or 5 or 7 different small things that is just like, wow, that's really cool. Like, like be that story where it's just like, hey, don't forget about this. Beautiful city, looks really good, but don't forget about the fact that Public Enemy #1 was shot right here, and here's the bullet hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You give a little bit of flavor to it, you show it, and maybe walk through what kind of happened, because you can actually walk through that. I think that'd be cool. I think kind of also maybe like if we can do, I don't know if we go back to Bachelor's Grove, but I do like the whole ghost hunt thing. I think personally I need to learn how to deal with it a lot better, because for whatever reason I have a lot of episodes when I'm there, so we'll see.
We definitely need to talk to another spiritual advisor, and maybe he or she could coach you on ways to cope and to deal with whenever you're in the middle of the. But I could probably still reach out to Leanna Lake and maybe we could get her on a show and ask her like, hey, like, this is what we've done. Like, let's give us some pointers, how to stay more composed, because she has done ghost hunts and stuff like that. So we could do something like that. Definitely. And I'll make this one last point because I know we gotta, sign off because was gotta go. But at the very end, like doing all these unique stuff and going to these unique places, at the very least, let's say no one watches it, right? But at the very least, we'll be able to say like we're getting these unique experiences and making these memories. Just something like to say, hey, like I've done this, and like I don't know, there's kind of an element where it kind of enriches I don't know. It feels like it enriches your life that you're seeking out like unique experiences like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a unique thrill at the end of the day. And that's honestly kind of the thing to keep like at least going at the pace we're going now. Just to say like, hey, like we've done all this cool shit, we fucking went to, try to eat Rico Benny sandwiches as fast as we can, and then we went on a ghost hunt, and then fucking we talked to this guy that jumps into the lake every single day, and maybe one of these days we'll go in and jump in with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just cool shit. You know what I mean? Like stuff that you can have conversations with other random people. But definitely, I'm down for it all. It's gonna be exciting. 2025 in general, I'm excited for. Lots of new stuff to look forward to, new possibilities, opportunities, and yeah. Woobs, my friend, final thoughts, my friend. Let me give you the full screen here. Anything you'd like to say to Clean Nation, the Sweats and Steve Show fans out there?
The best to everybody in 2025. Go back, look at our special here, and like really think about what Steve said. A lot what he said is true.
Yes. Drop a W in the chat for Woobs if you're watching. We'll drop one in here as well. Steve, final words for the Sweats and Steve Show fans out there in 2025.
I'm going to go back to it, and I'm going to say it doesn't matter the year. It doesn't matter the situation. The calendar's changing. You're not. In life, take an extra walk, and not an extra bite if you want to be healthier.
There you go. Drop an S in the chat for Steve. And as far as my final thoughts, like I said before, guys, listen, kind of to go off what Steve said, no one's going to make it happen besides you. And you really don't need a new year to start over. You could literally do it now. Who knows where you're going to end up in a year? None of us really know, but the only thing you could do is to control is you and put your best foot forward, make a plan together, try to become disciplined, and yeah, just do the work and put your best foot forward and try your best. And that's all you really can do. And who knows, you might achieve exactly 100% of what you wanted, but the only way that it's going to happen in the new year or any time for that matter is if you actually, your will is strong enough to do it. And that's it. And that's that for what I have to say. And aside from that, this has been another great year. I'd like to thank all of you guys for being a part of this journey with us, hanging out with us. Shout outs real quick to we got Mickey, we got Matthew, Jesse, Cass, Jason, Mo. Who else we got? Vince. Thank you all everyone who came in here with us tonight. Thank you everyone in general who engaged with us this year and had fun with us. And hey, we'll see you guys on the next one. This has been episode number 64, the New Year's Eve special 2024, the Sweats and Steve Show. We will see you in 2025. And as always, Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's.
And good luck out there.